Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. I want to thank all the channel members. I appreciate you all more than you know. And I want to thank anybody that's stopping by to watch the content. You're welcome here anytime. I have live streams every week. If you're so inclined and have the time, if you'll hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon, really help me out and keep you updated on things around the channel, like going live and releasing videos and the such. So guys, this is a really cool Grail knife that I was actually able to grab through NAF sale when I saw it come available. And it is a Friday the 13th special edition SPK Lamia Generation 3. I discovered this knife. I'd seen it around on social media. I'd seen it on YouTube, I think, a couple of times. But I actually got to know this knife in Atlanta 2023 at Blade Show with Ethan Ruins, who was one of the roommates of mine and super great guy. Thank you, Vince Simplify, for giving us a place to hang out. But we all stayed together, and he had a Lamia, and I'd never really handled one, and he was very, specific about me checking it out, letting him know what I thought. Super cool guy. Y'all go follow Ethan Ruins over on Instagram. But I really liked the knife. It's a knife that was a washer knife, small batch, CNC assisted, made by Alex Steingraber. Kind of a one-man operation, done exceptionally well. The highest quality, as far as I'm concerned, of a made in America, CNC assisted, fantastically designed and built knife on washers. Well, on the Friday the 13th drop, the Gen 3, and I don't know how long this has been going on, but it can be run on washers or it can be run on bearings. So you people, or if you people like the Lamia style, it has now been upgraded to accept bearings, and I think it's running on bearings now. I'm not sure. I've not taken it apart. That was something that we were possibly going to do and could do. See what is in there, but maybe that's another video. But guys, this knife has, when I saw that it was available, I had to reach out to the guy, try to get him closer to table price, which he was very reasonable with. And I could not pass on this knife because they do not come around that often. This is, I don't know if you guys can see the CNC milling on that blade. We'll cut some stuff in a second. I don't know where my camera's focused the best, but you've got these very minor grind lines that are where the CNC has slowly ground down that blade, and then it's hand finished. And this is a CruWear edition, which was one of the things that really stoked me out about it, that it's a CruWear knife. Again, just very, very elegant, and for me, just a Grail knife. It's thin in the hand. It's extremely comfortable. It has not left my pocket since I unboxed it, so it goes in and out of the pocket very well. The clip is just absolutely fantastic. The action on this knife is just butter. I'm horizontal here, so you're not seeing as much drop, and I don't have any lag in the blade at all. It's cranked down. It's a T15 pivot hardware. I don't know the diameter of the pivot. I haven't broken it out and see what it's going to equate out to see if we want to put bearings in it. But SPK for SPK ink, and the CW on the blade is for the CruWear. And of course, when you open the knife, there are no markings. All the blade markings go away, which I think is really cool. The micro milling on the handles, again, I don't know if my camera is doing it justice, but you've got wonderful micro milling on both sides of the scale. This is Distressed Black, which if I'm not mistaken is a Cerakote finish. And then if you can see, you've got fantastic access to the lock bar, which makes it just a very easy knife to disengage. You've got a steel lock bar insert. You've got Zirconium nitride detent ball. So not a ceramic detent ball, but an actual zirconium detent ball. And again, if you look at the geometry on how that tang and that frame meets, you've got about 33% lockup. Just, I mean, perfect. Centers perfectly, flicks perfectly. To me, the grip is, because you can utilize every bit of that blade, of that CruWear blade. Let's get a piece of paper and do a little slicing with it. Just a really slicey, slashy, hard use if I need it to be. Great knife. Perfect blade geometry as far as I am concerned for what I use it for. I shouldn't say perfect blade geometry because everyone has their different ideas of what they're going to be using the knife for. I kind of like slicey EDC knives, so when I refer to perfect blade geometry, I like it thin. This is very thin. It's done very well. You still got, you know, some girth at your tip. Fantastic action. I love the way that he's got the maker's mark. I don't know how well you can see that, but the maker's mark's done very well, deeply etched into the CruWear blade, and then the blade steel designation, that CW there. And then again, when you open it, boom, it goes away, and it just leaves you with what I think is one of the cleanest designs in the game. And again, I've always been a fan of these knives. I'd never handled one, so I wasn't that driven to get one. Then I spent a little time with brother Ethan Ruins at Blade Show. Knew that someday I would have to acquire one of these, and it was just a matter of opportunity. Met the fact that I could, you know, make some irresponsible decisions, move a couple of knives around, and make it happen. So it was well worth the effort. So do a couple of quick size comparisons, get a couple of dimensions. Cold Steel 4max with the Satu grind. Reeve Baby Banter. Benchmade Bug Out. Spyderco Paramilitary 2. I'm lining these up pivot to pivot, guys. So if we go ass to ass, you can see that the Lamia is going to be smaller than the PM2, a little bit bigger than the Bug Out. Let's look at a couple of other more premium knives like the TRM Atom and the TRM Nerd, which is its medium little brother. So again, right between the Nerd and the Atom. A couple of other premium USA made knives. The McNeese 3.5. Fantastic knife that hasn't gotten enough carry time because the Lamia, which they're about exactly the same size. The Lamia is going to be a little bit thinner. Hinderer XM18. Fantastic USA made knife. Again, it's going to be a good bit larger. This is probably going to come in more in line with a 3-inch Hinderer variation. I did not grab one of those, but I have one right here. Bigger than the 3-inch. So bigger than the 3-inch, right around the same size as the McNeese Mac 2 3.5. Again, amazing knife. I might be doing a bearing upgrade on this really soon because I want to take it apart. I have carried it, reviewed it, and then the Lamia came in. I say reviewed it, did an overview on my thoughts. This is the knife I've been chasing. We won't waste time with that. There's a video on it. But this guy is an absolute winner. It has, like I said, not left my pocket since it came in. It is a Grail to me, personal Grail, so it's right over 7.5 inches. The blade is right at 3.25. The handle's right around 4.25. That really nice designated grip area is more than 4 inches. So I'm saying from here where the choil starts, which is done exceptionally well. I don't know if you can see how far that edge bevel comes down, which leaves you so much good sharpening area there. But I was measuring from right here to right here is 4 inches. So you've got, for me, this is a medium to full size knife. I don't have any issue with it in my pocket feeling like a medium to full size knife. It feels kind of like a much smaller knife. It carries like a much more elegant knife. Blade stock is 0.1050. I'm not going to try to get behind the edge because I don't think that ever gets me an accurate. I put dimensions on here. 0.019. I'm sure it's thinner than that because I was up a little high. And then the handle, 0.47, under a ½ inch. And let's see how much this well milled. You've got a lot of weight relief in these titanium handles. Got the stop pin here. So to me, it's a very agile knife for what it is. 3.25 inch blade. Let's see. 3.7 ounces for a full titanium CruWear knife. 3.25 inch blade. A little over, what do we say, 7.25 overall. Fantastic action. Locally made. All these parts are either made or sourced in the U.S. Alex is 100%, from what I'm understanding, USA made manufacturer. And I'm just blessed to have this knife in my collection. This is a forever knife, guys. This is a pass-me-down knife. This is it's very simple. I think when we take it apart, it's T15 on the pivot and T8 on the body screw. Then it just comes apart. I think you'll see the elegance of this design. I've seen disassembly videos on this knife. I just haven't taken this one apart yet. But like I said, that will be coming. We'll do a video on it. Guys, thank you for watching the video, getting my thoughts of this overview, we'll say, of more than anything else, since I haven't used it hard yet. But I can tell you it is definitely Grail material, and I could recommend it to anyone who'd been thinking, is the Lamia really worth it with the Gen 3 and the availability of running bearings? I had no excuse not to go for it. Everything else was so right. I would have grabbed one if it didn't have that capability, right? So I love you all. I appreciate you all. Subscribe if you're so inclined and you haven't yet. Please, though, look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose to bait, not hate. I love you all. Peace.